Good morning. And as a visiting pastor, I will say that I just finished a 7-month interim pastorate over at Fort Lupton. And I very quickly learned that I needed to tell them that even though I have 40 years plus in ministry, that as an interim, I'm a pastor without a clue. I'm a quack, P-W-A-C, pastor without a clue, because it's like everything is different, and such as, where are the offering plates? Who does the offering plates? They took great glee and every now and then, great delight in hiding the offering plates. So we had a lot of fun together, but we had a ritual that we did at the beginning of the service and later, and it was that I invite you at this time to look at each other, just think about, look at each other and smile. And what happens when you start looking at each other and smiling? You start to laugh or you start to giggle, or some of you are like, oh no, he's one of those. Yeah. And one of their parting gifts to me was this stole, which says, smile. So I will look at you periodically and say, smile, and I will invite you to look at each other, because rejoice in the Lord always. And again I say, rejoice. And if we rejoice, if we celebrate who we are, one of the gifts of the Spirit is joy, and we're going to share that in some different kinds of ways. And part of what I'm doing is getting you ready, because next week Skip will become your pastor, and he'll have an 11-month interim. And so this is actually a 2-part sermon, because I'll be back on Labor Day. And I'll expect all of you to be here and to remember exactly what I said. Or not. But thank you for the opportunity to share. Fred, thank you for who you are. You are a delight and a gift for me. And we do a Bible study together. But we'll share more about that at a later time. And what a great job you did with the children's message. But the liturgist really gets off easy today because they're not even reading that one verse. And that's because I normally weave Scripture into the sermon. And I play with it and help you try to hear it in all different kinds of ways. But first I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. And one of the great joys or delights of my growing up is that regularly, I got to go to Italy and visit my grandparents. And that was a wonderful experience, except we very rarely stayed overnight because there were no motels or hotels in Italy. And y'all are probably thinking, what is he talking about? My grandparents lived in Italy, which was about 12 miles from Frost, Texas. And the little town of Italy, Texas, was where my other grandparents lived. And it was always great fun to come back and, what did you do on the weekend? Oh, we went to Italy. Did you love it? No, it was hot. So, context matters. And our text today matters. Don't be afraid, little flock, for it's God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Don't be afraid, little flock. It's God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. You're in transition. You're going to have an interim. Little flock, you're probably a little anxious. And I'm here to say, don't be afraid. It's God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. But I'm going to invite you on a little journey as we do that today. And I'm going to invite you back to my Texas roots. My growing up town in Texas was Temple. And if you go to Temple and you go out Avenue H and you head east, eventually the road goes from Avenue H, and just as you get past the Temple Sewer Department, and right before you get to the dump ground, the Temple dump ground, the road name changes to Little Flock. Little Flock Road. And I love Little Flock Road, and I have this fond memory of passing past it different times, and I, out of curiosity, looked it up online to see, where does Little Flock Road go? And it is not a straight line that you might expect. It actually takes a left turn, and it connects with Cemetery Road. Well, that's not good. Well, actually, it's intersected by Cemetery Road. And then it keeps going, and it keeps changing directions. And it's a very wandering road. And then if you follow it all the way to the end, there's this big curve. And at the very end of the curve, it connects to the road it passed through earlier. And there's a little church there, Eastside Baptist Church. And I love Little Flock Road, and I always took great joy in the scripture text. Don't be afraid, Little Flock. I know where that is. But my journeys back and forth to Texas over the years have provided me with many opportunities to have fun with names, because if you go east of Temple, there are lots of fun towns. There's Lampasas. And, that's just a funny word, no matter how you think about it. Lampasas? What in the world does that mean? And there's also a little town outside of Lampasas named Ferry. And there's another little town called Lambton. And, Texas is a state full of high school football and, macho attitude. And I always used to wonder if Ferry and Lambton played each other in football. And what would their mascots be called? And that creates all kinds of weird thoughts going through one's brain. And there are all kinds of fun towns. If you get west of Abilene, you'll discover there's a road called Noodle Dome Road. And anybody ever seen Noodle Dome Road? No? Okay. Well, it's between Merkel and another town whose name I've just forgotten. But I love the town named Merkel. I mean, who couldn't love living in Merkel? Where do you live? Merkel, isn't that a fun name? Some of you are like, that sounds pretty strange to us. Okay. And then, if you find that little town, that little road, Noodle Dome Road, if you follow it north a mile or two, you will come to the Feral Hog Cafe. And I think of names of places I would not want to eat. The Feral Hog Cafe would probably be very high on my list of places. So, if you go a little further than Noodle and keep going, you eventually get into West Texas, and north of Lubbock is a town called Happy. Anybody been to Happy, Texas? Am I the only one? There we go. Happy Texas. Where in Louisiana are you from? Lake Charles, okay. Yeah. Happy, Texas actually has a United Methodist Church in it. And they have banks that are around the area, not just in Happy, that are called the Happy Bank. Now, who wouldn't like to be at the Happy Bank? And who wouldn't like to be at the Happy United Methodist Church? I mean, that would be better than being at the Berkeley United Methodist Church. So in that moment, I want you to again look at each other and smile. And you can pretend you're at the Happy United Methodist Church. And then, let me go a little deeper. Don't be afraid, little flock. It's God's good pleasure in the kingdom. It continues. So go and sell what you have, let go of your stuff, and come. Follow me. You're at the beginning of an interim time. And as you enter into that time, I'm going to invite you to remember this verse again and again and again. Don't be afraid, but be willing to look at what is it that you need to let go. served its purpose? What ideas, what things, what place, what event, what do you need to let go? What seemed valuable at one point, but now maybe not so much? Don't be afraid, little flock. It's God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. So don't be afraid to let go of some things that you think are valuable. And sometimes it's your time. I don't have time for that. There you go. Maybe you do have time for that. Don't be afraid, little flock. But I want you to noodle around for a few months. In fact, when Skip gets here, you can say, oh, we're going to noodle a little bit. He's going to go, what? But sometimes when we drive around, we need to just see what's around. And stop at the Feral Hog Cafe and maybe discover that it's really pretty darn good. And take in to what's going on around us. Give Skip some time to get to know you all, who you are together. And then, well, you get to happy. And I love happy because it's not the prettiest place in Texas. You would agree, right? Not even close. It may not even be the happiest place in Texas. But if you take Scripture seriously, it reminds us of something remarkably important. Grab your bulletin. And look at the call to worship. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful. Oh. Now I'm going to stop. The word blessed is very difficult to get into English language. Don't be afraid, little flock. It's okay. It's God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. But part of the kingdom is not just simply being blessed or blessed, but being happy. Don't be afraid, little flock. God's happy to give you the kingdom. That's how you wonderfully interpreted that text. The Beatitudes are often translated happy. And at first it sounds, that's ridiculous. Happy are those who mourn. How could they possibly be happy? You know, when I did funerals in Fort Lupton, I had the honor of doing 3 funerals, and they were all wonderful people, and I started the service off by saying, you love this person who's died. I want you to look at each other and smile. So go ahead, look at each other and look at each other and smile. Don't be afraid, little flock. It's God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. And happy are those who feel whooped up on and poor in spirit, and they couldn't get any more down than they possibly are, because the kingdom of heaven is yours. Blessed are you who mourn, whose hearts are broken for the things that are going on in the world, for the things we've lost, for the things that matter. For you will be comforted. And happy are you who mourn, for you will be comforted. And happy are you who are meek, are reserved, are frail, are afraid, are timid. Happy are you. Why? Because it's God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. And because you will inherit the earth. Some of you may remember that there was a little slang that was made as blessed of the meek, for they will inherit the earth and not the mineral rights. Yeah. Blessed are you. Happy are those who hunger and thirst to do the right thing. Happy are you who look and say, what can we do in this world? What can we do about this and that? And whatever your agenda is, be happy. Be blessed. For you will be filled. Is there enough work to do to help even our own community in this single church? No. But you can be happy in what you do. Happy are the merciful, for they will receive mercy. Happy are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Happy are the peacemakers. Don't be afraid, little flock. It's God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. So don't be afraid of peacemaking. Be happy. Stand up. Rejoice in it. For you will be called God's children. And happy are those who are persecuted for doing the right thing. You know, if you don't know the story of Martin Luther King and his journey, if you don't know the story of Rosa Parks and her journey, and if you don't know the story of the women and men who sang before Martin Luther King Jr. spoke, go discover that story. How many of you know who Mavis Staples is? All right. All of you know who Mavis Staples is. You know she was one of the people who sang before Martin Luther King Jr. would preach. And he loved to hear certain people especially sing. And Mavis Staples is one of those people that if you see her now at 80 years of age, how many of you have seen her sing recently? And what does she do almost the entire time she sings? She smiles. She's still got it, and she's still inviting us to take up the cause of justice and righteousness and caring and loving for our world and the people in it. And she's going to smile while she does it. And she's been beaten on and put down and cast aside. And she still knows to whom she belongs because don't be afraid, little flock. So, is the message getting across? Don't be afraid. In this next year, please don't be afraid. For it's God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. And be happy even when things are going bad. And be happy even when people revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. Don't be afraid. I hope you'll come back and look at this call to worship, or go back and read it in all different kinds of translations, Matthew 5. And when you read the Beatitudes, keep reading. Because it reminds us, you know, salt isn't worth anything if it's not salty. Right? And who among you will take life? I mean, how many of you would try to hide a city? We might do it now so we can have darker skies, but you know, back then, how many of you would hide a city? And how many of you light candles or turn on flashlights and put them under boxes and think you've done a good deed? So that your light shine, that others will see the good that you do and will give thanks to your Father in heaven. Amen. Amen. So look at each other and that gives me time to look and see what's next. All right. Joys and concerns. Right at that? Y'all told me, but I quickly forgot.
Hymn response. Next.
What's that?
There's a hymn.
Oh, hymn response. Oh, Love Divine, All Loves Excelling. Thank you. One of my favorite hymns. Love divine, all loves excelling. You know what comes next? Joy of heaven to earth come down. And let's have fun singing it.